Hey guys, what's up? This is just me shooting another recording. This recording is titled Sounds, Month of May, Part 2, the year 2023. And in this recording, I'm documenting my experience with sounds that I hear that come from an unknown, unidentified source, and I've been hearing them since the year 2013. It's the year 2023. That makes 10 years. I've been working with medical treatment, trying to subtract the sounds, and medical treatment calls it a chemical imbalance. They say it's a chemical imbalance in my head, but to the best of my knowledge, from physical experiences that I've had these past 10 years, which are kind of, maybe you can call them classified or confidential experiences, things like that. Well, from those kinds of experiences, to the best of my knowledge, I know it must be something digital and wireless, and it's a thing, object, or material, and I have been trying to get them subtracted for ever since they started, and medical treatment hasn't been able to do so. But right now is the year 2023, and I believe that around the year 2035, maybe in the year 2030s, I will have a better chance of subtracting them by then. But right now, I haven't been able to subtract them, so I'm working with them. I'm just going with the flow of what I go through, just that kind of stuff. And yeah, I've been taking notes and things like that about my experience with them and how that goes. There are a multitude of sounds. They come from a variety of different places. They just they come from wherever they feel like, just a multitude. It's a variety of sounds. Um, they're distinct, so I can distinguish one from another, and it's complicated to explain, but they definitely have a mind of their own, and I'm constantly arguing with them. The fraction of I keep a fraction count of how it is, and in my fraction, it's at least two-thirds negative and one-third neutral, and I'll hear them all day long from when I wake up in the morning. Instantly, immediately after waking up, they just start talking to me and telling me abstract, unintelligible things. It's I don't make notes of the neutral, but I do make notes of the negative, because if I make notes of the neutral, the sounds seem to get more aggravated with me, and I don't want them to be aggravated with me, so I don't write the neutral, because they're already aggravated enough. They're already aggravated to where, from first thing when I wake up in the morning, instantly, all the way until I get about 10 minutes of a 10-minute break before I finally actually go to sleep, and I'm technically asleep. I get about a 10-minute break before that. Well, and if I had to count every hour, which is about, if you do the numbers, 8 hours of sleep, take away 8 from 24, that leaves 16 hours awake. Well, in those 16 hours, every hour is occupied at least with a complete 15 minutes, ever so scattered. So you look at that hour and you see 15 minutes in that hour, and the 15 minutes are in total, not straight, but in total of the hour is at least 15 minutes. I would like to say that in total, in an hour, the average is about 30 minutes. So I'll be hearing these sounds that come from an unknown source. They're a multitude, they're a variety. They can sound as if they're coming from many different places. They're distinct, they're clear. I can distinguish them, and they sometimes the my an hour of my day will be occupied to maybe a total of 30 minutes in an hour, maybe even 40 minutes in an hour, but that's not normal. 40 minutes in an hour is unusual. What's normal is about 20 minutes in an hour seems to be what's normal. Not straight, but in if I count the numbers, keep track of time, it looks like about 20 minutes out of an hour is what they usually do. It was what they normally do. If maybe even 30 minutes is what they normally do, but at least 20 minutes in a whole hour for every hour of that day, which is a 16-hour day. I could be talking to someone. I could be doing anything at all, and I'll hear the sounds, and it's a little bit complicated to explain, but that's how that goes. And I'm working with treatment, trying to get them subtracted and things like that. It's been challenging. It's been complicated. It's been difficult. It hasn't really been subtracted, and but I believe in the years 2030s, my chances of having it resolved, subtracted, improved should be significantly higher than what they are right now, because that's just my approximation, and that's my prediction. That's my prediction. So I have these notes in front of me, guys, that I've been making from the sounds that I hear, and what I hear. I'm trying to make documentation, um, upload it onto the internet for reference for anyone who wants to have knowledge of what I experience, and that kind of stuff. So I have these notes in front of me, guys, and I'm going to start sharing them, and I'm going to start with this first note. So this first note says, for the past at least 15 minutes, no less, I've been hearing from the sounds in higher than normal volume being yelled at me aggressively, violently, in cruel and unusual, brutal, mean pronunciation, in a clear, vivid, distinct, still nonetheless unpleasant to hear sound. The words being said to me, "You pathetic little coward," being repeated to me no less than 16 times a minute for a straight no less than 15 minutes. So, in a straight 15 minutes, 16 times a minute, I was being told the words, "You pathetic little coward," to make no less than a total of 225 times in a 15-minute window. So that's one of my notes. That's exactly how it was going on. And I made a note, and I'm recording it. I'm going to probably put it on the internet for reference. And this is part of the at least 2/3 negative content occupation, the occupation of the sounds that I hear. 2/3 are occupied by negativity, and 1/3 is neutral. And those 2/3 negative are pretty bad. So I'm gonna move on to the next note, and it says, immediately after having woken up, after having slept for 2 hours, immediately after having woken up, I was name called with profanity, things that were not very nice. They were unkind, proceeded by sarcasm, saying to me, "It is not so bad," in a sarcastic way that I have trouble repeating myself. They were saying to me sarcastically, "It is not so bad." And specifically, the profanity, things that they were saying that weren't nice, that were unkind, that event lasted less than 5 minutes, with its effect lingering. So it took an effect on me, and the effect lingered for well after 30 minutes. I was also told by the sounds the words, "You pathetic small coward." This is on a different note, but that's what they said in this note that I'm talking about, with its effect that lasted for 30 minutes. Well, in the same note, it's saying they said to me the words, "You pathetic small coward," only once, but sounding sharp and with an after effect of no less than 5 minutes. It was not a pleasant experience. So that's one note. And then I'm at the end of my notes. There's one more note. And then I'm going to wrap this up. And so I'm going to start with this last note. And it goes, "I began to hear from the sounds mean and unkind language, which consisted of the words, 'You are useless,' being repeated to me at least once every 90 seconds for a straight 25 minutes, no less than for a straight 25 minutes, and once every 90 seconds of those 25 minutes, the words, 'You are useless,' being repeated to me, and that makes no less than 15 times in 25 minutes. 'You are useless,' having been repeated to me." So that's what was going on there. And so I made a note of it, and I'm recording it, I'm uploading it, making documentation, making reference, that kind of stuff. So that's all of my recording, guys. So if you listened to this whole recording and checked viewed it, that's appreciated. And if you would like to help support my channel, you can like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would be awesome. It would help support my channel. So I'm going to wrap this up. And okay, all right. Bye, you guys.